Good morning, Heidi. Okay, so this is what's going on. I don't want to take too long to say this to you, but Dr. Berg wants to call you. They're holding me against my will at the Royal Alec Hospital. I've got the media of communication through my telephone and stuff, but I sent you those pictures, Heidi. I know for a fact. I know where James Ian Warbisky is. He's either in the base, or he's in Haines Junction, or he's back east. I know this for a fact. Those pictures that I showed you prove to you that I'm not James Ian Warbisky. James Ian Warbisky is completely bald. See, I have black hair, and Uncle Roddy is my father. Now the doctor's gonna call you. This is very important. You're gonna really have to fight the doctor, and you're gonna have to tell the doctor to let me go immediately, or you're gonna go after the doctor and you're gonna bring everything you can, the military and everything. Heidi, I got some shocking news for you. How in the fuck do I know how to play the piano that good? James Warbisky can't play the piano. He doesn't know how to play the piano. He does not know how to play the piano. Also, I have a scar. I don't have a scar. Donna Hott molested James Warbisky, and she cut the end of his penis head really bad, and underneath on the bottom he has a huge scar. I don't have that scar in my penis. The tattoo that they did on me, this tattoo that they did, is lower. They did it at the Dugway Proving Ground in the States. I am from the States, U.S. Ian Amy, and my name is Ian Amy Marita, or Ian Amy Oakley, and that's a fact. And that's how it is. And I have 3 Purple Hearts. I fought in the Afghanistan War, and I fought in the Iraq War, and I got shot down in The Hague. And you know, the movie Behind Enemy Lines is a true story about me. I flew fighter jets. This is a fact. Now, the Charter of Canadian Rights says I have the freedom of conscience and religion. I'm finding this out in the Bible. It's 2,000 years old. Genesis, King Jamie's Bible, King, you know how the James is? That's like my penis is sewed right into the back of my pubic bone. Uncle Rod's my father. I have an 11-inch by 3-inch wide penis, and it's crammed inside of me, and it's hurting. I can't poo. All James the same way. And it says the King Ian Amy's Bible, right? Jamie's, like Amy's means friends. Okay, now I have the freedom of conscience and religion. I also have the freedom of thought, belief, opinion, and expression, including the freedom of the press and the other media of communication, like you, Mom and Dad. I'm asking you people to help me. I'm asking you to get the RCMP to go get James's fingerprints. Go get his fingerprints, all from every time he got arrested, and do a blood test, and then do a fingerprint test. Because what I found out is that if you have identical twins, they might look alike, but their fingerprints are different. And we have the freedom of association. So I have the freedom to associate. And no, I did not send you any sick messages. I have brothers. I don't know how to tell you this, but there's James Ian Warbisky and James Peter Warbisky. It says to stop the LA Jews. James Ian Warbisky is J-I-W, Jew. And it says, oh, is this king? So my name is Ian Amy Oakley, or Ian Amy Marita. And that's a fact. Now, I have the freedom to think like that. Now, I'm bigger than James. I'm almost 6 feet tall. I have size 11 feet. James has about size 8.5, 9 feet. And James is about maybe 5'9", and he's about 160 pounds, 140 pounds. I'm like more around 200 pounds. I'm 200 pounds. My biceps and my arms, look at the size of me. And I have, like I said, they used 5 different fathers, 5 different sperms. They impregnated Annie. And Mom has a sister named Annie. And Uncle Edgar and Auntie Ruth. And her real name is Ruth. It's not Rhoda. And Gada, like the truth. I don't know if that's true or not. I'm just looking up and stuff. However, right, I have the freedom of thought, belief, and opinion and expression, including the freedom of the press and media of communication. I need you to stick up for me like you used to in Whitehorse, you need to tell the doctor this, to remind her this, and to tell her she needs to let me go, because the doctor out at Alberta Hospital completely let me go immediately. And if they're not going to let me go, I want to be transferred to Alberta Hospital immediately to see the very same doctor who will let me go and who will give me privileges to go walking around in the yard, because I'm not a threat to anybody. I'm not going to take off on anybody. And I got something else to tell you. They're cloning humanity, okay? They're making clones of people. There's Orion gins, there's politic gins, and then there's gins. I have a picture of you, Heidi, on your one account that says Heidi Kolcheski, and on that account, I profile people. M6, the building in Europe, in M6, James Bond, Amy's Bond, that's right, is me. You know, like they did It Is Real. You know, who else? Daniel Craig, Jason Statham, Pierce Brosnan. We all work for the Queen. We're guard dogs, and this is what we did for the Queen. We did work for the Queen. I'm not going to say what kind of work we did. I know how to dive. I'm a professional diver. I got paid for my work. I came home the one day, and on my thing, it says, Damon Bach, we get, here's the money I owe you for the diving work we did in Australia. They took me, they have ships, they can abduct me and take me to Australia in less than 5 minutes. They have the power to do that. You would not believe the stuff that I've learned from ancient aliens. Now these people are telling this, they have the freedom to say this. This is what I'm telling you. I believe that you have 7 Heidis. There's 7 of you. Now in Revelations it says I'm beating the enemies with my white horse, my Heidi hose. That's right. Okay, so I'm going to keep this short, Heidi. I'm so sorry what they said to you was so wrong, but we have a lot of children, you know that. They've been abducting us and stealing your ovaries and my sperm, and they've made a whole bunch of children with us, and I have a proof. I can send you a picture of one of our daughters. She is just so beautiful. And Aggie Magardardist is our daughter. Same as there's that other one. That picture I sent you is our daughter too. I'm telling you this. I profile people in the military. I flew fighter jets behind enemy lines, behind Amy lines, behind Diane Amy lines. Diane, I died. I got shot. And they got me out of there and they hauled me out to the hospital, and I was in the morgue. And I have the keys to hell and death. Now you want to believe you say you go to church, you want to trust Revelations, you say that you go to church, trust me. I have a 277 IQ. I know this. They switched me 16 months ago when I was in the Amaro household. I went to bed one night, I had brown eyes, complete black brown eyes. My hair was shaved, and I woke up the next day with my hair like this, with beautiful bright green eyes. Now, I wear these all the time, because when I don't wear them, I see dark-eyed people that look like me. There's a clone of me named Orion Thomas Nelson. He lives in Montreal. Or Ottawa. That's true. There's a clone of me named Orion Thomas Nelson. He's an Anunnaki clone. Heidi Lynn Kolcheski has blue eyes. Then there's Eva Lynn. There's Eva Lynn Werbisky. Your sister, she has brown eyes. Yes, and I have children with her. Maggie Agard is our child, and I also have children with your other one, same as Mom and Uncle Rod. They had children because they're only related by half. Amelia Earhart is our grandmother. Amelia Earhart is my grandmother. Your mom is not Rhoda Ischenko. Your mom, you're not going to believe me, but is Meg Sutherland. And I have that book that you gave to James Ian Werbisky, Yukon's Women of Power, and I have proof like that. You look at your breasts. What your breasts look like. Look at your bum. What your bum looks like. You know, right? I'm not trying to be sick to you. I'm not being perverted. I'm not being sexual. I'm just being truthful. You haughty sis. You said, do you know who this is? Remember what you said. I know how to speak English. I know how to read between the letters. Okay, I love you a lot. You need to get me the fuck out of here immediately. And if they're not going to let me go, then you need to transfer me to Alberta Hospital to see that other doctor so she can let me out, because I'm close to the military base. There's a military base out there. And they have tunnels. They have all kinds of stuff. And that's true what I said. They do have tunnels under our apartment. I've heard them working under there, and the maintenance said that's true. Same as the neighbors above me. They were pumping shit through the water. Then the maintenance told me that. The maintenance has no reason to lie to me. Why would the maintenance lie? My whole bathroom floor caved in and stuff. Now I feel there's a green-eyed Heidi, and there's a green-eyed one of you and where Heidi, like identification, ID, identify, yeah, that's right. So if I died and I came back to life, then why the hell why don't I have my real name? Like, this is true. I know, like the last time my brother spoke to you, the last time James spoke to you, I don't want to talk about God, but then now all of a sudden you do. So how the hell did you get $20,000 just like that? See how cool I am? Done. Just like that, because I love you. And the fact is, why did you go back to Manitoba? What possessed you to go back to Manitoba after you spent $20,000 on a skid shack? And where did you get $20,000? You went to Whitehorse broke. And you don't have nothing wrong with your bowels. There's nothing wrong with you. You need to eat cucumbers. You need to take CBD oil. You need to go to the store, find somewhere that sells that, and take CBD oil and hemp oil, and taste the hemp oil. And if it tastes like it's metallic-y, then buy another sort of, but go to a reputable health store, and that's going to help you. They didn't nick your nerve. Donald Tomlin is not dead. He has a clone, and they were using sarin gas to make you shit yourself and stuff like that. They've been pumping nerve gas all over Canada. I talked with the military personally. I've spoke with the military, and they told me this. Fact. I got nothing to gain by lying to you. I am not lying to you. The truth. Fat Ruth. You, fat ass, is you. And we were supposed to be married. Because we're not related. Anyways, I'm going to let you go. I don't want to be disrespectful. My bro in here is getting his stuff done in his room and that. And so I love you a lot, Heidi. And I didn't send you those pictures. And some of the pictures I did send you, I sent you to show to you that my thing is messed up. My penis is totally messed up. And I'm toxic. I'm toxic. My whole bowels are toxic because of what they did to me, and that is a fact. That's right. You look at the word James, and you look at the name Ian. You put the flat line in the name Ian. The I is right on the back. My pubic bone. They pulled my whole back of my pubic bone and tied it around my spine, and then pushed all my penis into my guts. That's because Uncle Rod is my father. I have like 5 different fathers. Accordingly, I'm going to do DNA tests. I'm going to prove all of this to you. I need to get out of here. You need to trust me. I have a picture. It says worship God alone. Okay? Worship God ion. You know how this eye is here and this eye is over here and it moves back and forth? My eye moves back and forth. That's right. So anyways, I'm going to let you go. So they're trying to, and they're not allowed to covet either. Like, they're not allowed to covet, and they can't hold me. Mental illness is a sham. I have a video that proves it's a sham. So don't worry, everything's all right. I got my privileges to go outside. Just be calm and listen to me. Take cucumbers. Eat cucumbers all the time. That's going to heal your nervous system. And you can take CBD oil, because Lou Gehrig's disease, somehow I know I have the cure for hunting. I have the cure for Lou Gehrig's disease. I have the cure for cancer. I have the cure for AIDS. I know how to cure HIV/AIDS. That's right. I'm a doctor too, believe it or not. I'm a 4th year undergrad. I studied 4 years in law. I know the law. All of a sudden I woke up one day and I was just brilliant. I got attacked about 2 months ago by somebody that was 240 pounds. In less than 6 seconds, he was out cold on the ground. I undressed him in 6 seconds. How the hell did I do that if I'm James Werbisky? How do I know how to play the piano that good? Okay, you need to tell these people this. You need to enforce this to the doctor. Look, my brother's not going to appeal his certs, even though I am going to appeal. He shouldn't have to. You have to let him out of here. You have no right to. I got work. I work part-time. There's nothing wrong with me. Staff Sergeant Steve Sharp's real name is Randy Hurry, and he's from Whitehorse. And he's just sitting there. And Dr. Rose said, well, I don't think James is taking his Suboxone. And I was like, well, no, people are stealing the ingredients out of my medication. Because I was taking my medication and none of it was working in the last couple months. That's a fact. The heavenly realms were doing that. That's just truthful. I'm not going to lie to you. I have no reason to lie to you. Why would I lie to you? Did I lie to you when we were younger? No, I never lied to you. I don't smoke cigarettes. I don't smoke pot. I drink very little. If I do, I drink pure vodka. Don't drink anything else. You want to drink? You drink coconut Malibu rum, or you drink vodka. Vodka. Pure vodka, like God, Odka. Right, Odka, Shapka. Tanya Shapka might be my wife, the lawyer. I'm not sure yet, because in the beginning was the word, Gwen Watson. In the beginning was the word, Gwen Watson. In the beginning God created. In the beginning, Ian. The beginning. It's not James Ian. Book of Acts, chapter 17, verse 23. The King Amy's Bible. Okay? Me. Ian Amy Marita. Or Ian Amy Oakley. As I pass by your devotions, I noticed this inscription that read, to the uncle Ian Oakley and God, whom therefore I ignorantly worship him, declare I unto you, whom therefore ignorantly worship him, declare I. And so him is not James or Jim. Him is Ian. So that's what I'm telling you. See? How did the words lie? And whom therefore I ignorantly worship him. It's an I, so I said I, therefore I, so I counted. A, B, C, D. Damien. I have a brother named Damien Bakke. I have a brother named Mark Bakke. And I have a brother named John Bakke. There's 4 of us. And the Godhead is 4. And that's the truth. Then there's Ewan Owen Ischanko, who has blue eyes. I can send you a picture of Ewan Owen. That's true. I can send you those pictures. So then what are you going to do? So you have a choice. Whoever leads into captivity goes into captivity. Any person that buys or sells or kidnaps salmon shall surely be put to death. Any person that kidnaps salmon like sperm shall surely be put to death. They're not allowed to be abducting people and stealing their sperm. You ought to get a King James Bible and read them. The words of Christ are in red. No, they're not. What does its stop sign say in big white letters? Stop. Red. Stop. The devil is Ian Werbisky. James Ian Werbisky's the devil. Jehovah Satan. Jehovah Werbisky's the devil. And the Jehovah's Witnesses, there's 3 of them. There's Johnny Weeb, there's John White, and James Werbisky. They're the witnesses. And he's the devil. I don't want his name because he gets kicked out of heaven and he dies. That's why I'm trying to get my ID back. And I'm from the U.S. Read the book of Genesis, chapter 11, verse 4 and verse 9, and read slowly. Verse 4 and verse 9, and U.S. Ian Amy. America. Amy. Ian America, and Erica Seberg or something. I don't know, but I'm telling you the truth. Now you can't, because I have the freedom of expression, I talk like this. You have FAE, fetal alcohol encephaly, and I have FAS, because people with it, I've read it, they have a strabismus, eye operations, and I had a ventricular septular defect. And I'm from New York. You look at the word New York, big Y and an O, Y-O. Ian Oakley. I was a police officer for 14 years. Live your memories, Heidi. Don't believe anything anybody tells you except for me. Believe half of what you hear and believe all of what you see. Okay? Now, what did you see on those pictures? Go look in there. Heidi Kolcheski with the picture of Heidi and you and Eli. And your eyes are both dark. You don't have blue eyes. So who is that? Oh. Okay, I love you, sis. I gotta let you go and make sure her name is Dr. Berg, and I've got some day work, and I'm gonna get out on Saturday for my day pass, and so just don't do anything to make I don't know you, and you didn't grow up with me, so you know, just say what you know about James Werbisky. He's a bit hyper, you know, the usual stuff, but generally he's a pretty good person. You know, they kicked James Werbisky out of the house because he was I'm busy, because he was basically, they were trying to put voices in his head, and they were trying to use sarin gas against him, and using sarin gas on him and stuff, and they're not allowed to do that. They're not. See, same as right here. See, I don't have any private places to go. See, and I have the freedom of peaceful association, the peaceful to be alone somewhere. Anyway, I'm gonna let you go, Heidi, because they're kind of my phone's getting dark, and I don't want people to do that. It says, "Two shall not covet," right? Covet, the war vet. That's right. I'm a war veteran. My first day peacekeeping in Bosnia and Herzegovina, I killed 3 people for raping a 12-year-old girl, and I am having nightmares about the war. I've been having nightmares. And this is where I am, right here. See, this is the hospital and stuff. And I don't have any, see, this is right here. This is my room. This is this, see, and this is, look at this, and there is no, and this is where it is, see, and I need out of here. I can't stay here, man. Like, I gotta go to work. Bill Jameson needs me for my work and stuff like that. And if I take my glasses off, they're gonna put some fucked up clone of me. They made like 3 clones of me. They're cloning people. I'm telling you the truth. The pictures I sent you of Grandpa. Grandpa in the Yukon had blue eyes, and Grandma had brown eyes. So how does that Grandpa all of a sudden have Orion eyes like my eyes? And he looks like my father, doesn't he? Oh, our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Hallowed be thy name. Thy name. Thy Ian Amy. Father. It's not Ian Jin. She's my daughter. Hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done on heaven as in earth. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us of our sins as we forgive those who sin against us, and lead us not into temptation. In Jesus' name, amen. In Jesus' name, amen. Man, so there's me and Damien. There's Damon Baki and me. The 10 Commandments. 2 shall have no gods before me. I have a huge bullet hole in my head, a huge M. Before 2 shall have no gods before Ian and me. Ian Amy Marita, or Ian Amy Oakley. Ian Amy Marita, I am. That's it. Well, the doctor sent I am to you. So there you are. So if the doctor talks to you, don't lie to the doctor. Don't say a bunch of stuff. You tell the doctor, you let him out, or I'm going to bring every frickin' organization I can find to get him out of there. And actually do what I ask. Go to the police and tell them, the RCMP, this. You know, I'm not, why would I lie to you? I have no reason to lie to you. Same as here. The whole side of here, I'm missing this. I'm missing the front of my leg. The whole front of my leg, I'm missing. This side of my leg, my left leg, I have shrapnel all through my leg. James doesn't have that. I'm missing the whole front of this leg. The whole got blown off. In the movie, behind enemy lines, I was running to get away from the Serbs, and I hit a string that triggered a bomb, and it blew off, and it took part of my legs out. And I got up, and I shot. I rolled over, and I shot 2 people that were after me, and then I came, and I ran after, and then I ran, and I got away on them. And they picked me up in a Sea King, or not a Sea King, but a Sikorsky Blackhawk. And I ran, and I jumped off this hill and grabbed onto the ladder, and he pulled me into the chopper, and my legs were just completely mashed up and stuff. I don't even know how I ran. But then I was in the hospital for 2 months with fish wrapped around my legs. I remember these things, Heidi. They fed me something to try to make me forget. I remember them lowering me out of some spaceship into the Amaro household. How could I remember that if that didn't happen? Why would I tell you this? I have no reason to lie to you. Okay? I love you lots. I'm going to let you go. Take care, sis.